Hey, what's going on guys? Dan here from Random Fish Stuff. Today bringing you another video on water changes and just wanted to touch on TDS and stuff like that as well. This is my little TDS pen that I bought just on eBay, just a cheap one. You can pick them up for about 20 bucks or so. And I just wanted to talk about the relevance, as I hear a lot of misinformation going around about what TDS means. I see people might be aiming for a certain TDS range. TDS stands for total dissolved solids or solutions, and that just means how much stuff is in your water. That stuff could be good, that stuff could be bad. You could have a TDS of 50 and it could be horrible. You could have a TDS of 800 and it could be fine. It's really not a great show. However, it does tell me about when I'm due for a water change. See, the lights have just popped on here behind me. I'm going to show you this thing here and how I use it. You just simply stick it in the water, and that's coming back with quite a high TDS range of 750. I hope you guys can see that there. Again, it's not bad. My tank is very healthy, as you can see. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just could be high in nitrate. That's all it would mean. Maybe some uneaten food, again, turned into nitrate. Just could be high nitrates. So today I'm going to do a water change, and I'm going to run you guys through how I do water changes. So yeah,
Hey guys, here's where I keep my hoses for water change. The black one there is for water out, which just goes into stormwater. Or you could put it on the garden, it's up to you. Sometimes I put it on my garden. There's a little outdoor pond happening here. And that one there is actually the Python. That's the Python water change system, but I've modified it a little bit. This is the sink fitting that it came with, which works quite well. I've just gotten rid of the green part that attaches here, and also done my own custom tank inlet part where I hang it on the tank. I'll show you guys that in a second. So yeah, I'll take these and I'll set them up and I'll show you what I do. Alrighty, so here's the outlet hose that I use to drain water. Runs straight outside, long enough to reach the storm water or your garden. And here's my inlet. Here's how I used to get the water out. At the moment, the tap's closed. I'm just holding siphon at the minute. There is one of the tubes that I use to get the water out, but you can see it doesn't quite go over these. These guys here are a bit longer. This is a fitting that I bought from Bunnings and put it all together. This one here, you can see I've made it myself. A bit of cable tie around it, and just a mesh fitting. They've all got mesh over the end. That's just so you don't suck up any fish or anything you don't want to get rid of, which is usually just for me, just water is enough. So yeah, I'm going to change that fitting out. Put a slightly bigger one in so I can do a much bigger water change. Okay, so as you can see, I've changed the fitting. Just got various sizes. You can make them out of PVC, bit of mesh around it. That's windscreen mesh, just so the fish don't get sucked up and whatnot. So you can see that just draining now. Alright, so in order to put the water back in, this fitting here slips over my tap fitting. You have to specifically go and buy this. This comes as a kit with this end here. Again, I got that from Bunnings. Again, you can see that just slides over there somehow, like that. Quite hard to do this with one hand. There we go. Nice firm fitting. Now I've got that on the tap, on the mixer there, so I can adjust water temperature as I'm filling it back up. So I'll turn that on now, and I'll just sort of guess, as my cat here likes to play with the bubbles. You can see it filling up back into the fish room and comes in here. Here's again, I've got a tap on here so I can manually turn this off, which I will in a sec because it's not quite finished draining. You can see in the end there, I've actually mounted a thermo gauge, mercury gauge, so I can see the temperature of that water as it's coming out. You can't just see there, but yeah, so I can monitor the temperature so it comes out exactly as I want it. And yeah, so I've done enough water out of that. That's about as far as I like to go. Now you can see I've got that filling up here. It's not quite come on, a little bit hot yet, but I will be monitoring that. You can see I want to get that mercury in the green zone there, but I'll be monitoring that as the water comes in. And now I've just got the other tank draining, changed fittings. Again, just stopped the water, took it up here, changed the fitting over to the bigger one. That tank's slightly taller, and you can see it dropping the water, and it drops it very quickly, especially with the hose. This is hose this thick. It's about 30-40 mil hose. I think it's vacuum cleaner hose.
I found it literally for free. Someone was throwing out a big roll of it, so that's what I grabbed. And yeah, that's it, guys. I get asked sometimes when's a good time to do a water change. For me, it's in the morning, and the reason for that is that I know that the water that comes out of my tap will have a pH of around 7. Whereas in the middle of the day and into the afternoon, my tank water will have a pH of around 6, and that's because as the CO2 saturates the water, it'll lower the pH. So in the morning, before the CO2 has gotten a chance to saturate the water, that's when I'll start my pH, so that my water change. So that way, the difference in water won't be as shocking as to the fish, and also try and get the temperature the right. pH will be roughly the same, and yeah, that's when I like to do my water changes, nice and early in the morning. To recap, guys, don't worry too much about TDS. It doesn't necessarily tell you what's good about your water. It just tells you that there's stuff in there. If you'd like, I'll put up a link to some of the parts that I used that I got from Bunnings for the inlet water here, the one that connects to my sink. Sorry, that's not going guys yet. And yeah, if you like this video, guys, give us a thumbs up. If you've got any questions, ask questions, leave a comment. No question's a dumb question. I'm happy to answer all your questions and maybe even put out a video. Give me some video ideas, guys, and we'll see you next time. Thanks very much.